Hello everybody and welcome back to Gran Turismo 4! Last time we went through the Sunday Cup and showcased the basics of this game. In this episode, we're actually going to go into the thing we probably should have started off with from the beginning, the License Center, and go into the first set of licenses, B license. So to start off, we had Acceleration and Braking 1 with the Mazda Demio from 1999. The screen turns gray. Do not worry. That's not my capture card. That's the game. Gotta load B license. After a standing start, accelerate to 100 meters to the 100-meter finish line. Then, bring the car to a complete stop. Your elapsed time from the moment you start to the point you stop the car will be measured. Finding the exact point to brake and how much the braking force should apply are key points here. Just for the record, I will not be trying to go for a complete, Just for the record, I will not be going for gold on specifically A and B licenses due to how I can transfer status on A and B licenses from Gran Turismo 3 to 4. And for those reasons, I'm not going to... Yay, that could have done better. I actually want to retry this. This is actually one of the easiest ones you can do. But, yeah, for the record, I'm not going to be trying on A and B specifically, because I know A and B I can transfer from Gran Turismo 3 and get all gold, on specifically A and B. But, in terms of IB, okay. In terms of IB, IA, and S, we won't really have to get those until, extremely, later in the game. So, yeah, I'm not going to do those specifically. I don't really have to do those. But, when the time comes, I will do those. And I will... Okay, I'll take silver. Actually, I'm going to go back and try gold one last time. I've gotten gold before on this. I don't think I've gotten all gold on what's it called, the Gran Turismo game. Actually, no, I've gotten a couple in GT7, but I don't think I've gotten one specifically on GT4, because there's 50 license tests per license category. So it's very much like you need to... Oh, okay, I'm not trying anymore. Okay, specifically, GT4 has 15 license tests per category. So in order to do that, you need to get 15 gold license tests. That is something I'm not willing to go through. That would actually take hours of my time, and I don't feel like doing that. So, acceleration and braking 2. I did not read the description. Same thing as the first, but we have a Mitsubishi 3000 GT for some reason. Slightly faster. So we're going to go ahead and go to the 100 meter. And then we're going to go ahead and brake. Okay, one more time for this one. Specifically for this one too, because it's acceleration and braking. It wouldn't be so difficult about it. So anyways, yeah, like I was saying, 15 license tests per category, hours of my time, something I'm not willing to do, adds up to not going for all golds. Like I said, GT3 lets me do specifically A and B license tests. Gold. Okay. I actually did worse that time. One more try. Yeah, so IB and IA, I may try and do those, legitimately, but specifically for A and B, I'm not going to do this. And this is for, the beginning section of the game. I may never do IA and IB because, I'm just trying to show you guys the things. Not actually, although a lot of the prize cards are actually, earnable only from license tests, so. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take silver. Because I want at least 2 out of the 3 cars you can get from here. There's at least 1 prize card you get from always completing license tests. I want the silver one specifically from B because I like the design of the B license silver, all licensed silver. It's a Pontiac. I remember, if you want to look it up before we actually get it, it's the Pontiac Sunfire GXP concept or something like that. I forgot exactly the name. I'm pretty sure that was the exact name, but if you want to look up what it looks like, just go ahead and exit this video real quick, look that up, come back to here, and subscribe. So, yeah, so anyways. I like specifically this one because I like the Pontiac just because it looks cool. Never in my life did I think I'd say Pontiac and cool in the same sentence. They made the Aztec, guys. Not exactly the coolest brand. B3, not gold, but good enough for silver, so. Barely good enough for silver, but it's whatever. I also didn't read the description for this one. I'm going to read the description for the next one. I'm sorry for skipping it if you guys want to actually read it. But I don't feel like reading all of them since I take up time, so. I will read B4, though. So, B4, Basics to Cornering 2. Using the same section of the Deep Forest course, this time we'll try it in a powerful front-engine rear-wheel drive car. Always remember that more power means faster rate of travel. Drive the same line you did on the previous test. However, you need to brake harder because of the car's faster speed. And as before, once you're on top of the curbing, you keep the throttle even. If you get on the gas too much this time, you'll oversteer and spin out. So this time, we're in a Nissan Silvia. For reasons I don't know, but it is whatever. Silvia time. Our first Nissan of the game. Okay, now let's go ahead and get through this part. Let's get through this. A lot of the license tests are very short, so I may get through all of them in one video, not really waste your time with like multiple parts of license tests specifically, because license tests, you know, they're like a necessity, but they're also just kind of, you know, boring. I don't particularly like doing license tests in Gran Turismo games. Okay, I'm almost at gold, but not really. I don't feel like going for gold, so. I believe the next one, however, is a showcase of something new to Gran Turismo 4, a new type of license tests. Specifically just in the fact that it's not specifically the S license, one lap guide run on Tsukaba circuit. In order to memorize tricky Tsukaba circuit, do a few laps following the pace car. Try and mimic its exact racing line. The pace car will adjust its speed to yours, so if you choose to go slower, the pace car will also kick it up a notch, and the pace car will do the same. Again, no passing or hitting the pace car. Although it's a tight short track, Tsukaba is essential to learn the basics of high-performance driving. Go slowly to learn the track first, then gradually increase your pace. I know Tsukaba circuit, so I'm going to try and go as fast as possible. As you can see, essentially this is just set the best lap without passing the car. So essentially, you have to basically slow down if you've noticed the pace car is going faster than you. Another thing that's important is to slipstream the pace car, but not pass it or hit it, because passing and hitting is completely illegal here, so you don't want to do that. Essentially, this car handles extremely poorly, which in case you didn't see, we're driving a Mini Cooper on a race course. In case you don't believe me, here you go. We're driving a Mini Cooper following a Nissan Skyline, a car that's like a million times better, but we essentially have to just go slower than it, even though it's going slower than us. And the brakes on the thing are way better than mine, so if I do accidentally hit them, you know why. Also, I can't. One thing about Gran Turismo 4's license test is that there's a song specifically used for the fail theme song that I can't show because it's also copyrighted, much like the intro. So I can't show that either. But I will tell you, it is a cool song. For anyone that's played GT4, you know what I'm talking about. I need to keep the car straight, because if I don't, I'm going to crash out. So it basically, we're on the home stretch of Tsukaba, which essentially just boils down to taking the curb at not a high rate of speed. You know, not a high rate of speed. We're just taking it nice and slow. Okay, that's not something I wanted. Ooh, that's not what I want. I'm gonna go back and get silver. I want to get at least silver on all these license tests. So I may, if I don't get it silver second try, I'm probably gonna pause the video, or pause recording actually, and go and get silver, and then come back to you guys when I do. It shouldn't take me more than a couple of tries, but if it does, then I'm probably gonna stop at 5. I actually split it up because there's like, I want to say 3 silver, like 3 one-lap trials for B license, or all of them actually. So there's like 12 I need to go through, and then S license is just purely these things, just without the pace car. So basically, these are going to be a constant, like a necessary evil I need to get through in order to get specifically what I want. I'm not going for gold, Even though the gold cars are like objectively better than the silver ones, the silver ones are still pretty good, and also they're decent. They're decent. They're not the best, but they are decent, and they're good if you don't want to go for the gold. The bronze prize cars for doing these are not good at all. They're usually just cheap cars you can probably get somewhere. Like I think specifically for bronze, Honda S500. You can get that on the historic used car dealership for about like 2,000 something. I don't know. But basically, yeah. A lot of the cars you can get from these, a majority of the licensed test price cars are not earnable or not buyable to the used car dealership. But the ones that are pretty much dirt cheap. Oh. Okay, I'll come back to you guys whenever I actually get the silver. So a few minutes later, I actually got it. So, silver is done for the first lap guide. As you can see, a 129.290, 10 milliseconds off from the silver. I could have gotten it, and I think I got it on my third try, I want to say, maybe fourth. Easy work. Not really. Oh yeah, acceleration and braking 3. We've now returned to the drag strip, now for an even longer acceleration braking run. This time from a standing start to accelerate to the 500-meter line and bring the car to a complete stop. Because of the higher speeds, it'll prove difficult to find the proper braking point. Again, use the 100-meter meter point as a guideline and make the necessary adjustments. So this time we're in our first French car of the Let's Play, the Renault Megane. And we just have to essentially go 500 meters inside a hatchback instead of an actual good tuner car. Essentially, this is just the same thing, but longer and faster. So we're going to have to use the 100-meter guideline to decide when we should hit the brakes. No, go. Okay, I did not expect to get silver first try. I'm not lying. I did not expect to get silver, but it happened, so I'll take it. I'm not complaining about it. I'll take it. I probably could have gotten gold if I just braked it like later, but I don't know. Next test, acceleration and braking 4. This is the final acceleration and braking test for this finale. We'll use the super high output front engine rear drive Dodge Viper. Our distance, 1,000 meters. Because you'll be braking from a peak speed of more than 125 miles per hour, finding the ideal braking point will be very difficult. Master this test, and you'll find that when racing, this experience will prove quite beneficial. So not that thing, what's it called? The text screen shows something a little bit weird about Gran Turismo 4. It uses both systems of measurement in order to tell us information. It says 1,000 meters, not some kind of miles, but it says miles per hour, so we have to basically just think, oh, you actually meant miles per hour, not okay. Go. I can't. I actually can't do that. It's gonna get copyright. Either that or I have to mute the video afterwards after I upload it. Legitimately, I can't let that slide on my channel. Unless YouTube decides to actually do something about this issue about copyright. There's nothing I can really do about it, so sorry about that. Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, they use both systems occasionally. I don't know why they do it, but they do. I'm gonna need to hit the brakes very... Okay, it's at some point during 800. I don't know why you need this, specifically because in races, you're not going to be going just 1,000 meters on a straight unless you have a course specifically designed to do that, but there's very little courses that are specifically designed to do that. I don't know why they do it, but it's just here for some reason, so. Okay, I'm going to need to stop at some point after 800. Go ahead and hit the brakes. I'm going to go ahead and stop a little bit closer. That was pretty bad. So at that time I stopped a little too early. And I ended up stopping too early. That's basically what happened. So, the Dodge Viper, the first supercar of the Let's Play, and an American one at that. I mean, what more is there to say? It's a beautiful car. So we're gonna just stop at 800, like at some point after 800, but before 900. So let's stop right here. Oh, I was so close to gold. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not going back for that again. I'll take silver. Oh my god. If I brake just a little bit earlier, I'm pretty sure I could have had it. I don't think I ever stopped hitting the brakes during that, but it's whatever. Basics of cornering 3. Let's learn the basics of cornering using the final turn of Twin Ring Motegi's last loop. Your test car will be the Mazda Euro Roadster. Unlike that of the Deep Forest Raceway, this hairpin is a right-hander. The corner is a decreasing radius type, so make sure you apply plenty of brakes before going in. Don't try to dive into the apex. Instead, follow a line similar to that of a large semicircle. So essentially, we're driving a Miata to a turn. And we're going to have to brake, turn into, and not hit the gas so much. But go. Just drive. That was pretty bad. That was really bad. We have to go again. Okay. The turn, that's where it's going to be the most time save at. So brake, we're going to turn into, start driving, and we're going faster than the Ghost. Is it fast enough? Oh my god, I thought that was gold. That was a gold run right there. I don't know what I could have saved, but we're not going back for gold. I could go back for gold, but that's good enough. I also think the halfway mark marks something also new to Gran Turismo. Is it what I think it is? Welcome to the coffee break, everyone. It's time to take a break and recharge your energy. We call these fun, relaxing stages coffee breaks. I'll see a number of cones lined up in front of you. Get to the finish line on the other side of the cones without knocking them over as quickly as possible, and bring your car to a dead stop. You can use any part of the course here, so look for the line that you're most comfortable with. These are not easy. These are actually the most difficult license tests out of all the ones in Gran Turismo 4. These are not easy. They're extremely difficult, but they have no time limit, so these might be the only bronze that I actually get in this entire Let's Play. The only thing is, the only good thing about these coffee breaks is that they don't count towards your license. Which is good, because I'm not trying anymore on these license tests. They're not required to get silver license like all license. They're not required, they're just there to take a little break.